Hello, and welcome to Insights into Consciousness. I'm your host, Anna Olsen. I'm here on A1R Radio. I'm here every Thursday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Now, today, I am just talking about things going on in the world. You can also reach me at annaolsenintuitive.com, by the way, and that's at the bottom of the screen. But I also wanted to go over what's going on in the world and kind of some of the ways that people are dealing with it. So I do have a client base where I work with people weekly, biweekly, monthly, whatever. And when I do meet with people, I do the basic. I use my psychology background to go over some things that they need help with or to guide them, and I also use spirit. So it's kind of like a reading life coaching. And so this is what I'm really kind of delving into today, is just some of the things that I've been sharing with my clients that I learned back when I had my training in 2003. And I just really want to share some really great, helpful things that are really helping people that I've been working with. Now, I like to go along with the concept of using psychology and the law of attraction and spirit or intuition as a great kind of like a team or a great set of skills to just really dial us in and help us to really get grounded and figure out what it is that we want to do and what it is our vision really is. So what we start out with when I work with clients is, what do you want? That is the first question that we ask. And you really have to get into the details. You can start out with maybe, well, I'd really like to increase my income, or I'd really love to just enjoy my job. Some people just want to simply enjoy their job. This is perfect. And then you kind of go into, well, what would you like to do for a living? And we delve more and more, deeper into the little nitty-gritty little details of things that they want. And then what I do is I, week by week, detail by detail, go through the things that they would like to manifest in their lives. The different areas of your life that you can really focus on or set goals with would be, first of all, usually it's finance, because that's sort of the foundation for everything else. And we always have a foundation goal that will kind of push the rest forward and motivate the person to really get the rest done. The other would be relationships, such as your significant other or marriage. And then the next one would be like family, your children, your parents, your brothers and sisters, etc. There's also where would you like to live? What house would you like to buy? What would it look like? These are just four of the basic things that we go over. And of course, spirituality is always at the forefront with my life coaching, because I really feel that that's important to get in touch with anytime you're going to start this kind of work, because you really want to be on the highest frequency possible. So we go into like this amazing frequency of conduciveness to all the things that you want. And right now in the world, what's happening is people are on lockdown, or they're really worried about how this is going to go with COVID. California's basically had so many fires that there's been so much worry about people's homes and families and pets, and a lot of our emergency workers being deployed to go and to work. And really there's been a lot of stress. Kids have been at home. Kids have not been able to go to school in a lot of states, a lot of countries. So people are losing their jobs. People are not able to really sustain a social life or a dating life, or, just fill in the blank. It's really put a lot of stress on people. And if you would like to know basically the detail and work with me, you can always get a hold of me. My website's annaolsenintuitive.com, ANNAOLSEN, intuitive.com. And I have my contact info there. You can always reach me, and I can work one-on-one with you. We can do that by video. We can do that by phone, either way. And if you're in the area, you can meet with me, perhaps social distance. So, first of all, the main thing people seem to be dealing with right now is stress from relationships. I thought that it was going to be money and where, am I going to have my job in 2 months? But really, it's about relationships. That has been the forefront of people's concern lately. Wanting to get into a relationship and having such limiting, really exposure to other people, they can't even go out to a social situation. Secondly, they don't see their family as much. They are locked in the house basically with their significant other or their children, and the relationships are strained, or they're trying to figure out what's happening with the person who they've been with for years, and either things aren't going well or they've lost contact with them. And that's usually what I'm dealing with lately. So I wanted to go over a few concepts that I work with people on regarding relationships first, because relationships seem to be at the forefront right now. And of course, money would be another one. But for now, I'd like to cover relationships and usually what we ask ourselves and what it is that we need to do to be prepared to either be ready for the right relationship or to be happy in our current relationship. These are two of the biggies right now. So really, first you want to ask yourself, who can I be to really create the best outcome? And when I say this, what I'm saying is you have to really stop and ask yourself, who are you being and who are you showing up as in a relationship or as a potential date, mate, whatever, that really makes you deserving of the person you would like? The first thing that we go over is to be who you would like to attract. If you would like to attract a person with XYZ qualities, you make a list of all these things you want. Then you go look in the mirror, and the first thing you should see is that list of things in yourself. So that's everything from income, education, body type, weight, appearance, their personality. Are they kind? Are they generous? Are they loving? Are they tolerant? What religion would you prefer? So in each category, guess what? We have subcategories. And this is really what I'm talking about right now. How does this person do with children? Would you want to spank the children? Would you want to just use, other modes of discipline? How many children do you want? There's a framework to be had here. There is a list, okay? And if we want to attract that person, they're not going to come in and do the work for us. We need to be what we want to attract in the world and what we want to attract in a mate. And then we need to be what we'd even like to attract in a financial situation. So this is where we get to work on our skills. We get to work on what it is that makes us money, what it is that we get to do to attract that to us, to be worthy of it. So the next thing that we would do is basically stop and think, okay, if I want to do this for a living or I want to make this much money, first thing is to know that you're worthy of it. So net worth equals net worth. So basically, like, what you think you're worth is what your income will be. So net worth is self-worth. Net worth is self-worth. So your net self-worth is going to equal your net worth. So really, it's about saying, if you're not totally and completely confident about what you're making now, what are the steps that need to be taken to make you a great candidate? And I mean, one of the best or the best candidate to do what it is that you love, to make what you'd like to make. And there's always a recipe for this every single time. You don't let those doubts come in. So this is what we work on. We are talking about relationships. We are talking about setting boundaries with our relationships as well. So instead of just being, oh, I need to be who I want to attract, I better go to the gym and I better, go start lifting weights and, eating a lot of vegetables, yeah, that's great. But in addition, we also really need to think about, okay, so if I'm in a relationship as well, then what do I need to create as a boundary to really just dial in dial in what it is that you'd like to attract, and really be cautious about going back to what you want to avoid from the last person, okay? Because then you're focusing on the negative. You already know that. You don't have to focus on it anymore. If you see it, you'll be triggered, trust me. If you're X was an awful, horrible, mean person and they couldn't stop drinking, you're going to get triggered if you're around somebody who is mean, horrible, and they can't stop drinking. You don't have to focus on it on your list. All you have to do is put down what you would like and then match that so that you can attract the same thing. This goes for relationships. This goes for money. And I would also add to manifest. So when we talk about manifesting, I always watched people say, oh, I manifested this, I manifested that. And I was confused, especially in my 20s, because I worked with a lot of people who just manifested so much. And, I was going to these trainings and these gatherings in like, basically like Beverly Hills mansions and things. And I'm like, how did you do that? And it just seems so out of reach. But the thing is that there is a manifestation process. It is very exacting. It works every time, and it only is laws of physics. It's really just mathematical. It's exacting, and you can do it with your mind and your thoughts. And it is an art that needs to be really fine-tuned and practiced regularly. You start with the small stuff and you work your way up. So I do really work with people, and I've been trained by people who know what they're doing. And I've got to say, this stuff is incredible, because the more that I work with other people, the more I'm connected to these other people. The more that I even do readings for people, the more I'm connected to their wonderful loved ones. And I have to tell you, amazing things start happening. I never thought I could ever say that I am so happy with getting to know strangers, loved ones who have passed, and that I feel like I'm part of their family. I never thought in a million years I would ever say that in my lifetime. And that happens on a regular basis for me. And these people that I work with teach me so much. And, some of them are watching today and they watch my show. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate you and I love you. And I want to tell, all the people who regularly watch my show, of course, especially my husband and my children, I love you. And I'm always thinking about you. And I want to say hello. Hi, Philip. Hi, Logan. Hi, Christian. Hi, Devin. Hi, Amy. I have 4 kids. So, anyway, I just really would love to share this with as many people as possible. And of course, later I would love to continue with a book that I've started and really write about it so that you can get a copy of this book and you can really just study it, have the manual with you all the time so that you don't have to go find your notes or whatever. If you work with me, it's more or less just having the book and having the guide so that you can go back and thumb through and see, oh, this is, where I am and what I need to do next. Another thing I really love are vision boards. If you've ever seen a vision board, these are so much fun. So you can do these with your children. My children all have a vision board. You can do these with your spouse, your date. You can do them for fun with a girls' night out. You can do it however you'd like. But, basically, this is a really wonderful way to tell your subconscious what your goals are, because we have a subconscious and a conscious mind, and we need them to kind of come together. We need a sublet where we're really working your subconscious with your conscious mind. And if you put a vision board up, it's telling your subconscious mind every time you pass it. You don't even have to look straight at it. It can be out of your peripheral vision. You put a vision board, it's basically a poster board with whatever picture of your goals you would like, however that looks to you. After you make your goals, you put pictures of it, whether it be the house you want, the car you want, the job you want, anything that depicts, traveling, like maybe a picture of Greece or whatever it is that you like. And every time you pass it, whether you're looking at it or thinking about it consciously or not, you're going to see it and subconsciously really pick up on it. So that's another tool that I love to teach people about. And there's a specific way to do this. And there are even ways to use feng shui in all of this. And so I incorporate all of that. I can't wait to work with more people. Give me a call. Let me know if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, weekly, bi-weekly, even every month. And again, my website is at the bottom of the screen. But for those who are just listening, it's AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com. You can also reach me on Tiny Queendom Medium on Instagram, and you can follow me there, and also Anna Olsen Intuitive on Facebook. So I am excited to do a online live reading now with Stephanie from South Australia. How are you tonight, Stephanie?
Good, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear from you.
Yep.
So what is it that you'd like to look at tonight, or what is it that you would like to focus on, or is there a question you'd like to ask Spirit?
Just a brief. Yeah, I don't really know. Just something. Yeah, general reading. What the future has in the future and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. You'd like a general reading, so you just like me to ask Spirit what Spirit would like to say to you now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to take out some cards. I have a lovely deck. It's called the Good Tarot deck, and it has some beautiful pictures. I'm gonna put those up to the screen for the people who are watching the video, and then I can just describe it for the people who are listening. First of all, I'm going to pull a past, and then I'm going to pull a present and a future card for you. They're all usually kind of tied together. And the first one that I'm getting is actually the Hanged Man. And this is the number 12, if that means anything to you. But the Hanged Man, I'm going to show this for our viewers on the video. The Hanged Man is showing basically somebody upside down. It's really just like your world has been turned upside down a little bit in the past. Now, this is near past. It's not too long ago, but this is still past. And this is depicting, of course, the end of a chapter in your life and the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It could be the end of a job. Could be that you finish school. It could be the beginning of a new relationship. So does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask what it was that recently happened? That would be the ending of a chapter for you?
Recently broke up with my partner.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. So you had a breakup with a partner recently?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So, I always put, I always tell people that I'm sorry that they went through that because I know it's difficult work, but at the same time, I try to remember this is all moving in the right direction. And that's really what Spirit wants me to tell you, is that people come in and out of our lives, and sometimes our partners have to come and go to teach both parties the most possible in that moment. So that's really what Spirit is pointing to here, that these are seasons that come and go, and even though each partner is very special, important in our lives, especially as our greatest teachers, that it is for a reason, and that the reason is always to teach and for both parties to learn. So, the present card here that I'm getting, it's a feeling of starting over. It's the Eight of Water, and I'm seeing a woman here on this card. She's kind of looking out into the distance over the ocean. She kind of has like a chest of money. It could be limited resources. It could be that she has a lot. It just really is like her looking out over the beach, over the horizon, and she's kind of trying to decide the next step. Like, where do I go from here? Feeling very, like, what do I do now?
Yep.
Yeah. And basically that's what I'm getting for you, is that this is growth in the right direction, but this is a time where it's a little bit isolating and lonely, and really trying to decide what the next step may be. And then we have the future card, which is the Fool. And I see that there's a woman who is very spiritual. She's blowing a horn. It's like an angel's trumpet kind of. It looks kind of like an angel's trumpet, and she's got this angelic spiritual way about her. We're looking at the number 0, which also is a point back to the eternal, which is spirituality. And this is the Fool card, but we don't ever say that with tarot that it means that somebody is actually a fool. What it's depicting is going back to innocence and really a way of starting out new and getting your things in order in a way that will be new to you, but it'll be a fresh start. So that's basically what we have there. So I mean, what I'm seeing for the spirituality here is that this is a really great step for spirituality, really great step for spiritual growth, and a really lovely way of, for the most part, growing spiritually. So it looks like that person's phone battery died, but if you're still listening, Stephanie, really what Spirit wants you to know is that this is a step in the right direction. It's a really great, really great experience. Actually, when we go through a breakup, it feels really terrible at the time, and we want to try to avoid them if possible. But since they are sometimes unavoidable, what I'm seeing is that you're definitely going to be able to have an immense spiritual growth with this and really start over. So too bad we lost her. I love to get calls from out of the country, but I don't know, maybe we'll get her back and we can patch her back in for a few minutes. I hope. If not, that's okay. But I can just go a little bit more on the coaching that I do, and also I want to tell you this because I also mix readings in with the life coaching, and you would not believe what happens. Like, you'd have to experience it because each person and each experience is different. And I'm so excited about this work because when I really start working with people and I really start getting their deepest desires for like their life and their goals, and then we start asking Spirit how to get there the quickest and how to really just source what it is that they need, these amazing things start happening, such as getting a sign at just the right time, or I'll be out and I'll be going to dinner with my husband or my children, and what we talked about earlier that day will come up 3 times while I'm out. Or like the last time I did my show, for instance, it's similar to this, where I was talking to this woman about her uncle who had passed, and he was coming through, and he sent her a message that he will communicate with her in nature because he loved nature and camping, apparently. We found that out through the birds of prey. So eagles or owls, or these big birds and things. So I was out hiking with my boys, and we were kind of checking out our new neighborhood, and lo and behold, this big, beautiful owl comes flying right in front of us, very low, and it was the most beautiful owl I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen one like that before. It was these beautiful light beige, white, and brown colors, and it just looked, I may have seen one on National Geographic, I don't know, but it was just absolutely beautiful. So I, love this work. I promise this magical, beautiful world of the spirit world will open up for you. It's beautiful, it's pristine, it's gorgeous, it's good, it's peaceful. It enriches the lives of everybody who comes in contact with it, because we do it on a level of love and above. When we work on this, we're working on things that are of the nature of spirit, and the nature of what people call either spirit, chi, the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit. These are the things that are going to enrich your life, no fail, every time. You will get the answers that you need. That's why I'm so excited about this work. And one of the things that COVID has really brought into my life and the life of my clients is really working on the life coaching a little bit more, and really the spiritual mode of things. So that's really been fun for me and my clients, and I've really seen just so much progress. I'm so excited about it. So again, my website's Anna Olsen Intuitive. I'm at Tiny Queendom Medium on Instagram. I've got my small little account there. If you'd like to contact me there, you can. You can message me there or follow me there. And then I have Anna Olsen Intuitive on Facebook. And I'm not on social media all that much anymore, but I promise I will check my messages and get back to you if you need me. Otherwise, all my contact info is at AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com. That's 2 N's in Anna, Olsen. So I would also love to do a reading for you. I do medium readings. I do regular life path readings. And can I just say, like, I'm very accurate. We do these readings and people are excited. People are ecstatic. They hear from their loved ones. We nip it in the bud. Spirit tells me exactly what they need to hear every time. And I just cannot stress enough how much fun it is and how great it is and what great progress people get from it. Good things just start happening in their lives. And I hear it over and over and over again. We get new relationships where people are moving to other countries with their new spouse, or people just are so relieved to hear from a past brother or a past mother, father, uncle. And we're laughing, we're belly laughing. It can be a lot of fun, and every single one is different and every single one is special. So I cannot wait to talk to you. Give me a call or email me or message me. I can't wait to hear from you, and I can't wait to talk to you. I just wish you the best week, and I thank you so much for watching. And I'll be here again next week, Thursday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. That's my time. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That'd be like New York, or, you know, over there. So have a great night, and I will see you next week. God bless.